I'm currently in a boss fight.
Wow.
Part of the storyline.
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was just gonna be cutscenes. God, I do so little damage. No, it's not that I do so little damage, this thing just has an enormous amount of health for no damn reason.
Alright, this is session 34 of Beyond the Fourth Wall. We are streaming on Twitch. Everybody ready?
Yep.
1 second. Gotta get my dice out and my character loaded.
Too late, going live.
Oh, crazy! Anyway, just... My character's up, I just need to get onto Rule 20.
Okay.
Wow!
It can fire a laser. Okay.
Because why not?
Where is my battle music? Where the fuck did it go?
The fuck?
The fuck?
The fuck? There it is. Oh.
Alright, last time we left on Beyond the Fourth Wall, after being more than sick of the party's shit, the big, bad, evil wizard, the Mad Mage, had ensnared Duzon in these strings and then vanished as he and the strings went invisible and Duzon went stiff. We pick up with you, Rari, as it is your turn as you are on the top of the round.
And I presume that these strings are visible to me?
The strings are not visible to you.
Not visible to me. Got it. Okay.
So it's up to Rory to remember that that was above Duzon.
Right. So, and do I see the Mad Mage at all?
No.
Okay.
Invisibility, remember?
Right. Let's see here. What can I do? Sky Sunder. Let's see if there's anything that can help me.
Oh, Peter, real quick, just remind me, did you have your shield raised?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Hmm.
I'm very certain I did not. No, I did not.
Do 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 do.
You know what?
Do.
What is... Ooh, this is tricky. Let's see. What can I do? You know what? I could do battle assessment.
Alright, I have to roll your perception against, are you battle assessing Duzon?
I'm battle assessing, yeah, because I don't currently see the mage.
And you have to do it against a creature you see.
Yes.
Okay. So I have to roll your perception against Duzon's deception DC, if I remember correctly?
Maybe. Deception.
Yes, deception or stealth, whichever is higher.
His deception is a +1, his stealth is a +2.
So against the stealth DC.
What is your perception?
Plus 17.
My perception is 14, so it'd be
Not yours, Duzon, Rari's.
17.
17?
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what does a success get you?
A regular success gets me one piece of information from the description, which is anything regarding the which of the enemy's weaknesses is highest, saving throws has the lowest modifier, immunities, or
Alright,
which
so
enemy resistance is highest.
Duzon has no resistances.
Mm-hmm.
And because you critically succeeded, his lowest saving throw is his reflex save.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I am so sorry for what I'm about to do to you.
Do whatever you do. Do something big enough to hopefully snap me out of it.
So I'm gonna use the remaining 2 actions to use Sky Sunder's Deadly Spark ability.
As a
I need
reaction,
Yeah, okay.
Duzon is going to notice the spirit that inhabit objects which bring good fortune and are unlucky. You focus your power on the lucky object, giving you a +1 bonus to saving throws, triggering to the saving throw against the triggering effect.
Wait, what?
Leshy Superstition. You attempt a saving throw against a spell or magical effect but haven't rolled yet. You can then get a +1 bonus as a reaction to that saving throw.
Alright, so...
So why hasn't Duzon ever used that?
That's a good question.
I always forgot I had it.
Oh my... Anyway, so he needs to make a basic reflex save.
As I do with a lot of my characters, I play Duzon. I've been playing Duzon nerfed.
So he rolled a 16, +1 is 17, +15 is 32.
Whoa.
I will say, it is definitely unfortunate for Duzon that kineticists don't use fortune effects. Or items.
Okay. And that DC is determined by my class DC, I think.
Yes.
So, in that case...
I think a 30-something beats it.
Yeah, I'm just trying to remember where... oh, it's a 25, yeah. Yeah.
So he takes half damage because
Yeah.
it's a basic.
It takes half damage. Because it wasn't a critical success, in which he takes none. So... Alright, Deadly Spark is...
Recharging in...
1d... spark flashes for the creature within 20 feet. The spark deals 1d12 electricity damage. And at 6th level, it increases by 1d12. And increases by another d12 every 4 levels after. So it's at 2d12 right now, halved, whatever that is.
Okay.
Alright, d12s. Plus 9 is gonna be... divided by 2. That's 10 points of lightning damage.
Right.
And that's all 3 of my actions.
Awesome. Cyrus, your turn.
Okay. Idea. We all saw the strings when they were being attached, yes?
Yes.
When whatever magic effect / spell was being used.
Yes.
For me, with a Master and Arcanas, it's safe to assume that even if it went invisible, it's still there hovering over him. As
You can
part of the
definitely...
spell,
while you cannot see the strings, you can definitely remember where they were.
Mhm.
There
It
was...
infer that they are still there.
They are still there, they're just invisible.
Okay.
There was
So-
one string attached to each of his limbs and 2 strings attached to his head.
Okay. So... So I'm technically already flying. I'm a few feet in the air, if I remember correctly, from last session.
No, from what I remember, you are still flying because you re-upped your fly
Yeah.
before combat happened.
Well, yeah, because I had to fly down for Wizard Lady.
Yep.
So I'm in the air. Oh yeah, I remember. I'm like 10 feet in the air. I'm like just off the ground, but I can fly overheads. So with that in mind, I am going to use aerial boomerang. I'm going to impulse aerial boomerang.
Okay. What does that do?
So aerial boomerang. A blade of shearing wind races away in a 60-foot line. Every creature in the area takes 64 slashing with a basic reflex against my class C. So all those strings, if they all above him, are sending a very firmly sharp wind boomerang at those.
Is this the path you're throwing that boomerang?
Roughly, because that's one of the two. It doesn't really accurately cover the diagonal. I mean, I could fly over 10 feet if I really wanted to try and... Let me see. Like... Yeah, I'll use my first action to, for the fly to move 10 over.
Alright, so Little
And
Flame
then
is still going to
boomerang.
have to make this save then.
No, it's above him. Because I'm not on the same y-axis. Because the map's 2D, so it can't really accurately display the flying. But
Oh yeah, he is in air, isn't he?
yeah, I'm in the air.
I'll allow it only because Little
I'm
Flame's
above
a small
everyone's
character.
heads. I'm at least 5 feet above everyone's head, so I could fly over her.
I will only allow it because Little Flame is a small character.
Yeah.
I mean, I could fly over her head and technically occupy the cylinder with her, assuming she's medium. Him is a different story.
Yeah,
but
she is
her-
medium. She is medium.
Yeah, I could technically occupy the same square as her
Oh, well that's unfortunate.
from air.
What save was needed?
Basic reflex.
Alright, that's a 35.
Damn. Okay, but that's a basic, so they still take like half damage if I recall correctly.
He got a nat 20.
Ooh,
Jesus.
my DC's 27.
Oh, lucky you.
He does not critically succeed.
Reflex is his lowest save.
And there is no like fortune or item effect.
No, because Duzon has already used his reaction.
That too. That too. And even then, these are more aimed at where the strings should be.
Yeah, but the strings are actively attached to Duzon. If you're hitting the strings, you're probably also hitting Duzon.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Especially-
Unless that marionette hand that was taking care of them.
Unless. So how much damage is Duzon taking?
Okay. 10 slashing after being halved.
Okay,
Okay.
It was 20 total on the 64.
gotcha. And is that all you do?
Yes, but I am concentrating on that boomerang. So there is in the wall, basically at the end of that 60-foot line, that bladed vortex is there still. So it'd be about here probably.
I will keep that in mind.
Yeah,
it is now Duzon's turn.
Yeah, that space will deal damage.
Alright, so, am I controlling the shots?
Nope, I am.
That makes sense.
Oh dear God, please. The damage is
Any
about.
creature that ends its turn in that specific square has to make a save against the boomerang.
Gotcha.
I'm 10 feet in the air. He can't reach me.
So, fun fact, Duzon has an ability called Powerful Leap.
Oh no! Oh, Peter! Why?
I do it.
So, Duzon is going to move up to you guys.
No.
He is then going to use 2 actions to cast Enlarge on himself.
Oh no!
Excuse me?
I have that too.
What the? How much shit do you have on your sheet that you don't use?
The wizard is then going to give Duzon an extra turn.
What, Peter?
Wait. Extra turn?
You forget rules don't exist anymore.
Oh.
Rules don't exist.
And apparently your character sheet actually existed at some point.
So now that Duzon is enlarged, he does get a +2 status bonus to melee damage.
Yeah. And he's also well within range of being able to actually smack me.
Yep.
He's in range to smack everyone except
Which
the
is exactly what he's going to do.
Oh no!
He's going to use his first action to raise his shield. He is then going to use his... Okay, so he can't use that because he doesn't have an ally. Alright, cool. So he uses his first action to raise his shield. He is then going to use his second action to make a strike against you, Cyrus. Yikes. Does a 32 hit? Sorry, 36.
Yes, but doesn't crit.
Okay.
Okay.
AC's 28. Because of that armor upgrade.
9 plus 6 is 15, plus 2 because he's enlarged is 17 points of bludgeoning damage to you, Cyrus.
That's honestly like a drop in the bucket, I'm not gonna lie.
Then he's going to make another one.
Oh god!
You have to remember you have to remember Little Flame and Cyrus have the most health of the party.
Outside of Duzon.
Yeah.
I think even with Duzon included, actually.
Duzon has
I have
125 health, yeah.
Okay. You have just barely more than me or Little Flame.
I am the tank of the party.
I think me and Little Flame have 116 each.
Duzon is going to use his second attack against you, Cyrus. He is going to do 25 to hit.
Misses.
All right. That is
I
Duzon's
will
turn.
be a mosquito if I have to. I will mosquito.
Little Flame. Little Flame has no fucking idea what the fuck to do.
Yeah.
But Lil Flame has also watched us have to attack Duzon and watch Duzon fight back. But also, Duzon's not talking.
Yeah.
It is a clusterfuck, is what it is.
So he's going to activate his elemental aura. Because apparently he's fighting now. It is a...
Oh, I forgot about the fucking Jathoon.
I also forgot about the Jathoon.
Yeah, because that shares initiative with me, but it has its own set of actions because it's actually a creature.
I'll let you do his turn after I finish Little Flames.
Yeah, I nearly forgot that the wisp is not a wisp at the moment.
Yeah.
So
like,
Little
why
Flame
do I just
activates
pull
his
up
aura,
again? Oh.
and then as he does it, he holds a small fireball in his hand, and he's like very hesitant to do this because he really likes Duzon, but he presses the fireball against Duzon's leg. This is a 2-action elemental blast. So he's going to deal 3d6 fire plus his constitution modifier. If he hits. Does he hit? Oh, fuck yeah, he hits. Duzon has a 27... No, wait. With his shield raised, it is a 29 AC.
I thought you had 30.
You're clumsy one because you're enlarged.
Okay. That makes sense.
So 14 plus 17 is definitely more than 29. So that's 3d6 plus 4.
As he's fighting the party.
6, 10, 4. So that's 18 points of fire damage from Little Flame. He also gets a free regular elemental blast as a part of activating his aura, which misses. Alright, Cyrus, I'm going to let you do your Jathoon.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Here's what we'll do. Okay. Hey, Duzon, make a will save.
Okay. He's going to use his reaction to give himself a +1 to this.
Okay. DC 21.
Okay. That's really high roll. Will save is a... With the +1, it is a...
I mean, the DC's 21, so do with that what you will.
He critically succeeds because 16 plus
Okay,
19 is
Then nothing special
25.
happens. He's unaffected by ill omen.
Okay. So yeah, he
He's just
crit
unaffected.
succeeds, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's nothing noted about crit success. It's just success is nothing happens.
Okay. Is that all the
Then-
little genie does?
It still can, for one action, make a scimitar attack.
It's not within melee range.
It has reach 10.
It is reaching across a person.
Isn't she on the ground too?
No, she's just
paralyzed?
frozen in place.
Okay, then. Shoot. Well, he can move at least, so. This is what he will do.
Alright.
Okay. Move there.
Rory, it is now your turn.
Alright, I am going to, oh dear golly. He's so massive now.
Oh, right there. Jathoom's have an aura.
How big is their aura?
20 feet.
So I have a question.
Or wait. Oh, wait. Hold on. That'll be something different. Never mind.
Okay.
But just keep that in mind.
With his positioning, is he considered flat-footed?
Duzon, no.
Okay. So that eliminates that.
Well, I mean.
Oh, wait.
Both of them are on opposite sides of him. I might be in the air, but because he's large.
Yeah, never mind, I didn't see that. So, yeah, he is considered, flanked.
Oh, wonderful. Okay.
And then
Well,
top
that
it all off,
changes things.
The genie's also within melee range.
I am gonna strike him using Sky Sender.
Okay.
Probably at the easiest point, considering he's on the ground right now. Which is his leg. And if I hit, I'm going to use my free action, Debilitating Strike. +15, 15, that is I believe 35. Let's see. 32 to hit.
That does hit.
Alright, so now I'm gonna roll damage. 2d4 piercing. Ooh, okay. Roll damage on that, so that's 8 plus 2, 10 piercing damage. And let's see. I'm just trying to remember if sneak attack, since I'm striking a flat-footed. Yep, I actually could apply flat sneak attack damage on him because of his flat-footedness. And so that would be an additional 5 precision damage. So 10 piercing and 5 precision damage against him.
As you go for this strike, Duzon's going to move his shield into the way.
Oh.
He did raise a shield.
So the shield is actually going to absorb most of that.
Alright. Even still, the debilitating strike does trigger that he is dealt damage. I can apply one of the following debilitations, which lasts until the end of my next turn. I'm going to impose that he becomes enfeebled 1.
Okay.
And then with my last 2 actions, I am going to use my Kobold Breath against him.
He is still behind his shield.
I'm gonna be aiming as far up as I can. Unless the shield is big enough to cover that range.
Everything grows with him as he enlarges.
Oh, darn. Alright. And in that case... I guess I... Ooh, wait, I could do that. Because he did hit Cyrus last turn.
Yes, he did.
So I'm gonna use Divine Retribution against him for my last 2 actions.
Didn't you already use an action for Debilitating Strike?
That Debilitating Strike is a free action.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, no worries. So the effect is a concentrate effect. Drawing upon Divine Fury, I single out a target that has damaged an ally within the past round. Throw my relic with Divine Vengeance against them, and now I get to make a strike on that foe, dealing an additional damage die on that hit.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make that strike with Sky Sunder now. I just need to get up his weapons stat. That is a nat 20 plus 15 to hit, so that's 35 total to hit.
You hear a snap reroll.
Oh my gosh. 31 to hit.
Okay. The wizard used his reaction to cancel your nat 20.
I'm gonna start. I want to see if I could do something to break the fourth wall and try and get the upper hand, but I'm not sure what yet. I need to think
Unfortunately,
this
you
through.
already used all your actions.
Yeah, I know.
Just start giving into the
Yeah, no. I'm thinking about it for next turn.
So
just
you
need
do
to double
hit
check
with your
what that
Divine
does.
Retribution. How much damage do you do?
That's so I'm looking that up right now. So Divine Retribution. Okay, so I am gonna be dealing 3d4 plus 2, which in addition to that, my sneak attack does still proc off.
Does it?
Yeah, because he's flat-footed.
But you already used sneak attack.
I believe that is an unlimited thing. Let me double check real quick. Let's see, is that once per turn?
You just
If you
said it
strike
once
a
per turn.
creature that is... Huh?
You just said it once per turn.
No. I said, is it once per turn?
Oh, okay.
I'm double checking the rule right now. When your enemy can't properly defend itself, I take advantage to deal extra damage. If I strike a flat-footed conditioned creature with my agile or finesse melee weapon, etc., I could add the precision die damage to it. So it's not once per turn at all.
Oh, okay. Then go ahead.
It's until he stops being flat-footed.
That is
It'd be hard
12
to do in this
points
situation.
of piercing damage to him. And then for my precision damage, that is going to be... precision damage.
Gotcha. Duzon, in your head, you're just thinking, stop fucking up my shield!
I'm thinking in my head, stop fighting my friends! Ah!
Fair enough.
That takes care of all 3 actions.
Alright, Cyrus, it is now your turn.
Okay.
Tucson's less concerned about his shield and more about the strings controlling him.
Oh.
And that's what Cyrus is trying to take care of. You were
Duzon,
trying.
may I just say, you are one tanky motherfucker.
Damn right I am.
Okay, so for one action, I'm recalling the boomerang, so another reflex save, please.
Okay.
That's part of concentrating on the boomerang.
Reflex save is a 32.
Okay. Passes, still does not critically pass, still has to take damage because basic.
Would this count as a physical attack?
It's air impulse.
What kind of damage does it do?
Slashing, but it's still magic.
Okay. So it deals a physical damage then.
So, yeah, well, sorta, yeah. Because, like, it's kind of like how metal can slash and pierce, but it's magically piercing because it's enchanted.
I was just making sure
Or
because
magically
shield block
manipulated.
says whenever you take damage from a physical source, so slashing, bludgeoning, and piercing.
Okay.
Oh shoot. Caltrops on the floor, this is not a drill.
You dropped the D4?
Yep,
How many? Just one?
just one. And it happens to be the one that that Sydney made me.
Nice.
Resin
8
cut.
slashing.
How many slashing?
8 after being halved.
Okay.
And that was just one
so-
action. I still have 2 actions to do something else.
Alright.
Let's see. Which one of these do I actually want to do, though? Okay. Here's the idea. In the wake of that boomerang, do it again, reflex save.
Okay.
I'm going to hit Winter's Clutch in the 10-foot burst on the upper half of Duzon, so it's nowhere close to anyone except Duzon's upper torso and the strings.
So burst means it's in a sphere, so it's 10 foot up, down, left, and right.
Yup.
So it's
And
still
it's pretty
hitting
much
everyone
hurts,
within
but
5 feet of Duzon.
Unless I aim it on the part where no one else is.
Donnie. It's still hitting anyone within 5 feet of him. It's a 10-foot burst.
Ooh.
But verticality.
Okay.
'Cause he's enlarged, because he's 10, so he's like 10 feet tall, right?
Yes, but if you're centering it even on his upper half, it's still reaching down to the people below him.
Yeah, shockwave, right? Is that how that works? Like,
It's literally a 10-foot explosion, essentially.
oh yeah, no, then the shockwave would definitely reach.
Measure. Yeah, like a 10-foot burst, kind of like centered like right here. It's like 10 feet across right here.
Yes, but it also goes in every other direction. So if it's going like this, it's also going here, here, and here.
So Little Flame possibly.
See, I mean, my measures, I'm seeing 10 is around this range here, not here, which is 15.
Okay.
Okay. So, reflex save, right?
Yes.
That is a 28.
Barely passes. Ah. It's basics. Have 17 cold damage. That's before being halved. And I'm blanking on the division.
7. No, wait. 8.
8 cold then.
I sent you a hyper. Oh, go ahead.
The ground is all that ground is now difficult terrain.
Oh, okay, so Rory and everyone else is all in difficult terrain.
Well, just Duzon.
Right.
Everyone's just outside of that. Although, don't say never on that one real quick.
Don't say never.
Because following my turn, the Jthum, let's see.
Also, Donovan, I sent you a hypothetical.
Yeah, I'm responding.
Yep. Gotcha. Cool. Just making sure you got it.
Let's see. Okay. Here's... Okay. Here's what I'll do with the Jthum. Let's try. Okay. Gonna have the Jthum fly up to above, like, Duzon, where the marionette string should all be connected.
Okay. How do you know where the marionette strings are connected if they're...
From it's a general assumption of where they should be.
Oh, okay.
Not that I know exactly where they are. Just the general thing. However, the Jthum can use detect magic.
It can.
It can. Which is exactly what it's going to do, and it's going to start directing where and it's going to make a very strong note of those strings.
So it uses its first action to move up above Duzon to where the strings are, and it's going to use its second action to detect magic.
Second and third. Yeah, second and third.
Oh, second and third. Okay.
Yeah, detect magic's 2 actions. So it's gonna be able to.
The genie communicates to you that it cannot detect anything above Duzon.
Okay, because invisibility is detected like normal,
unless it's being disguised in some other way.
Yeah. Unless it's being disguised in some other way.
Is that all the Jthum can do?
For all 3 of its actions, yes.
Okay. Is now back up to Duzon. Duzon is going to use 2 of his actions. Sorry, 1 of his actions to use healing hands on himself. Lay on hands, 1 target living or undead creature. You become infused with positive energy. If you use lay on hands on a willing creature, you restore, holy shit, 30 hit points.
Oh, gee.
And he gets a +2 to his AC until the end of his next turn. Or sorry.
He is still enfeebled.
Until the start of his next turn. He is then going to use his second action. excuse me. He's going to use Lay on Hands again to heal himself for another 30. There we go. So you see Duzon take his hand and it starts to glow as he channels this positive energy into himself, and all of his wounds that you guys have been doing start to close up and seal together.
Ugh. Of course, he's a healer.
He is then going to take his last action and try and squash Rari.
Oh no!
Oh, that's a nat 20 to hit, by the way.
Oh god.
So
Wait,
would a
do I
nat
need to
20
make any savings?
would a nat 20 plus 17?
Oh god.
Also, he's no longer enfeebled because it's the start of his turn, right?
I believe the enfeebled is at the start of my turn.
Okay, my bad.
No worries.
How much did he heal, if any?
Duzon healed 60.
Yes.
6-0?
6-0, yeah.
So he is at full health. Okay.
Almost.
Oh my god.
Almost.
How much else is he at?
He's
I'm
at
not gonna
118.
lie. 118, okay.
And his AC until the start of his next turn is a 31.
Damn. Oh my god. I can't do anything about it.
So Rory, does a 37 critically hit you?
Yep.
Alright, cool. On a critical hit,
I've got nothing to respond against that.
on a critical hit, you are knocked prone, and you are clumsy 1 and enfeebled 1 until the end of your next turn.
Okay, clumsy 1 and enfeebled 1.
And prone.
Yep, that automatically updates when I mark the prone condition.
Cool. So with that, he's also going to be dealing crit damage.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Oh no, that's maximum damage. So that's 16 plus 7 doubled.
Huh.
So
Okay.
that's 23 doubled to 46.
Ooh.
As Duzon pumps himself full of positive energy, raises up his hammer, and crushes Rory like a grape. The wizard is then going to give his turn to Duzon.
Oh no!
He raises up his hammer again.
Oh dear God.
Rory does a 28 hit.
That does hit, not crit.
Okay. 4, 3.
Oh dear God.
You take 14 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh wait, he has nope. I'm thinking D&D rules. I was thinking he had advantage because you're prone, but you just have a lesser AC.
Yep.
But yeah, you take 14 bludgeoning damage.
Jeez. Okay. Ow.
He's going to use his second attack on you, Cyrus. Does a 23 hit.
No.
Alright. He's then going to turn around and use his last attack on Little Flame. That also doesn't hit. That was the wizard's turn that he gave to Duzon. Little Flame is extremely pissed. I thought I turned this aura off. Hold on. Give me one moment. I still see your genie's aura when I shouldn't.
Okay.
There we go. Little Flame is fucking angry as shit. You see the fire inside of his pumpkin go from burning red to blue.
Oh, that's not good.
It's about to get toasty in here.
As Little Flame casts Solar Detonation. He doesn't care how big the room is. He's casting Fireball.
Fireball.
Oh dear God.
The detonation fills a 20-foot burst within 60 feet of you. Each creature in the area takes 66 fire damage.
Oh God. Oh, please tell me I have something I could do. Oh,
Let's see.
I don't want to take that.
20-foot burst. I'm gonna see if he can do a 20-foot burst of like this.
Where's my nimble dodge? Where is it?
Either way, it's gonna hit the genie.
Either way, it's
That's-
hitting everybody.
Yeah.
So it has to be within 60 feet of him and in a place that he can see.
So even if he does it here, that's.
I'm thinking
still
of
hits
like
pretty much everyone.
I'm thinking of him putting it like here. That way he. Nope, that's too far. Hold on, let me fix this. I turned off snapping to snap to center.
Talking about the wall. Get about
Oh
here,
my
but
God.
he's in his own blast, which actually doesn't matter to him. General would be in it.
Alright, he is actually able to successfully avoid hitting anyone.
He's able to successfully isolate.
The incident.
So you see him gather his entire aura as his flame turns blue, and he compresses it into this small ball that he flicks into the corner of the room.
Oh no. Yeah, I'm glad it's not hitting us.
Duzon
That's-
needs to make a... Each creature in the area takes 66 fire... Oh, there's no save? There's no
It
save.
just happens.
It just
Wait.
happens.
What's going on? Hold on.
You're taking
Wait.
damage. It just happens.
So
Oh,
Duzon,
okay.
It just happened.
Duzon needs to make a reflex save, as the light from the solar detonation is blinding.
Oh God.
So is the damage part just happens?
The
or is
damage
reflex
just
fine?
happens.
Okay, so Duzon's getting burned and roasted anyway.
Oh no.
This is just to make sure he doesn't go blind in the process.
Oh, those are low rolls, unfortunately. 6, 9, 14 fire damage. Fire damage to Duzon. Duzon then needs to make a what kind of save? He needs to make a reflex save or potentially become blind. Ooh. Reflex is a 19. Yeah, 19. What is Little Flame's DC? His DC is 27. So it doesn't crit fail, but it does fail. So, the creature takes full damage and is blinded until the start of its next turn. Add condition, blind. Okay, so I was mistaken. He doesn't just take the damage. It is based off of the save to not go blind.
Okay.
Because if Duzon managed to critically succeed there, he would have been completely unaffected.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately, Kenosis kind of prey on reflex save.
Which just so happens to be Duzon's weakest save.
Which is why he's still taking damage bit by bit.
Little Flame's aura goes out because he used it to
Overload.
overload.
Gotta love overload.
And that is Little Flame's turn because he used 3 actions to do the solar detonation. I need to actually roll for the strings, because this is enough damage to fucking do shit to them.
Real.
Oh, the strings fail. Okay, let's see how many strings snap. Unfortunate, only 1 string snaps, so he still has 4 strings on him.
Which one snaps?
You don't know.
Duzon does.
Duzon does.
That means he might have control of that limb again.
I will DM you which string snapped, Duzon.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Depending, because I think you said there were 2 attached to the head, so if it's that, then it doesn't matter, but... That's what I think. Oh, yeah.
There you go, Pete.
Okay.
Rory, it is now your turn.
Rory is going to attempt to free one of these stunned individuals from their grip.
Which one are you going to attempt to free?
This one right here.
Okay. What are you going to do?
Well, I'm gonna seek help beyond the wall to kind of assess how to break this bond that keeps her in place.
Alright, that means you are just doing anything. You are throwing something at the wall until it sticks, which means we're rolling percentile.
Oh, we love percentile. Rory into the Delulu era.
Okay, Rory, I have some good news.
Good news?
Your percentile
Delulu is
was
actually real?
pretty high.
Good.
You got a 72.
Not bad. I'll take it.
So
I don't know
you
what
are...
that means.
He's in the top 70 percentile, so let's see if anything happens.
Please.
There's a 30% chance for nothing to happen.
Right.
So if I roll 38 or lower, nothing happens.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
God. No.
I rolled a 1 on a D100.
Damn.
Damn.
That's
I guess it
really
was not meant
unfortunate.
to be. That literally just says it was not meant to be.
So I'm gonna say you take 2 actions doing this, Rari.
Fair enough.
Of just reaching out, trying to get this person to snap awake or wake up from whatever stupor they're in, and it's just not successful. You have 1 action left for your turn. If
Okay,
you want to use that action to keep attempting, I can re-roll the percentile DC.
That I will do.
Alright. That's a 19. It fails again.
Rats. Well,
Cyrus, it's
that
your
is-
turn.
All my actions, yep.
Okay. So... I'm gonna do something interesting. Me and the Jathum share initiative, so it could be either order.
Yes.
I'm going to have... And the Jathum is currently invisible because it's naturally invisible.
Is it just me that
So-
sees Donnie's arrow still on the screen, or is that everybody?
Yeah, his aura is still on the screen for me.
No, not his aura, his purple arrow.
A purple arrow?
Yeah.
I don't see it.
Okay, I think I just see it then.
So, gonna fly to about there and land on the ground.
I didn't see you move.
Oh.
I think I might
meant
be...
that Oh.
Let me try reloading the page, see if that does anything. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, the arrow's gone. I think I'm good now.
Uh-huh. So it's gonna use one of its actions to fly. And then it's going to use its second action to change shape.
Okay.
Which means it can self-polymorph into a small or medium air elemental or aerial animal. And it's going to polymorph into a fade.
Okay.
And for its last action, it's going to make a fist attack.
Against Duzon?
Yes.
Okay.
And this is from invisibility. Because Jathums and Fades are naturally invisible, so until the punch basically starts, it was invisible.
Okay.
So he's considered off guard for this.
Duzon is already off guard because he is is flanked. He is surrounded.
He is very surrounded now. Okay. Oh, that's an actual 20, so that's 38 total.
You hear a snap, reroll that.
Damn it. Nearly just as good, actually.
Not too much the wizard can do about that.
It was a 19 this time. I got one lower. Plus 37 to hit.
Duzon currently has a 29 for AC, so that does hit, but not crit.
Okay, is that after the -2 from?
Yeah, that's
also
considering
from-
everything
okay.
because he still has the AC
Okay.
bonus from his lay on hands.
Okay. Well, you'll be delighted to know that part of the Fade's attack is that they have sneak attack.
Nice.
So that's okay. That's 15 bludgeoning with an extra 9 precision.
Duzon is going to use his reaction to use shield block.
Okay.
So he reduces that damage by 7. So you said how much damage?
It's 15 bludgeoning with 9 precision.
Okay, so 9 minus 7 is 2, right?
Mhm.
So 17 damage to Peter and 17 damage. No. Yes? I don't think I did that right.
Okay, the fist itself is 15 bludgeoning, and then the sneak attack was 9.
Okay, so yeah, it is 17 damage. I'm sorry.
Okay. We did math. Congratulations, us.
Duzon's shield is now broken.
Invisible punch just broke the shield.
Duzon no longer has a shield.
My shield!
Oh well. Sorry, buddy.
But yeah, the invisible fist, just as it becomes visible, Duzon snaps his shield into place, and the invisible fist hits the shield, shatters through, and hits Duzon.
Sorry, buddy.
Dang.
I wish there was a better description for Fade so I could see exactly what they look like. But for what I'm assuming, they're basically shinobis made of wind. That was the.
Goodbye.
That was the
wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Wait a
I don't know
minute.
if this has anything to do with it, but I'm just remember something here. I have my.
Don't remember
second-
things at the moment.
I have my second ally, which is in my shield.
Yes, that increases your shield's hardness by 2 and its HP and breaking point by 2. It's already well exceeded that.
Okay. So my shield is like gone.
Yep, and your spirit is kind of just back within your little soul, I guess.
And it's like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, it's like,
Shit.
how? What? Why?
Goodbye, shield. Thanks for the memories.
You can get another one.
I will.
And then you can put your
I-
little friend into that shield instead.
I will. Thanks for the memories, Steel Shield. You will be missed.
Thanks for the memories, thanks for the memories. They taste just like you, but sweeter.
Okay.
Oh my god.
And then for my half of my 6 action turn, basically, I'm going to fly. So if I was on eye level, that's me at 10 feet in the air. So I'm going to fly up another 10. Let's see. I really wish I had a vertical on this.
Yeah, but Roll20 really sucks with
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, that's what physical maps are good at, though.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be flying high enough to use Shard Strike without hitting everyone else.
Gotcha.
And I'm going to be using shards, not spines.
You're gonna be using shards, not
cone.
spines.
Yep, so it's a cone. It's a 15
how
foot
big
cone.
is
I'm
the
flying
cone?
high enough. It's a 15. So high enough to make this not do that specifically and be just more on him.
So you're essentially trying to get directly above Duzon and blast this down on him.
Or at least diagonal, because I'm not directly above him, but... Because I don't think... Wait, actually I have 30 feet of movement for flying, so I could. I could go directly above him.
Okay. And you said it's a 15-foot cone?
Yes.
I think even if you're directly above him, you're still hitting Rari, because that's 15 feet right there. No, that's 15 feet right there.
That's why I was trying to fly high enough to make it so that it doesn't hit other people. So it catches him at like the end of the cone. Basically, to make this reduced closer to this by angle. I mean, if I fly it... I mean, this is about 30 feet, so... If I'm flying up... If I'm ascending upwards.
Yeah, but the roof to this place is only so big unless you want to go out the hole you came in from. Are you trying to fly outside the building?
How tall is the roof?
The roof is basically touching Duzon's head unless you go out of the hole you came in.
Okay, that makes more sense now, because I thought it was a bigger room than that. Because fancy. Okay, wait. Instead of that, then... was trying to do something, and physics are now against me. Although, you know what? I can actually go directly above him and do aerial boomerang again. That's what I'll do. Go directly above Duzon. And I will aerial boomerang directly down onto him. So, reflex save. Hello?
Yeah, I'm
Watch
here.
out.
Okay.
Reflex save
Yep.
is a 31.
Passes but does not critically pass. So... Keen, 9 slashing.
9 slashing. And Duzon does not have his shield to protect him.
And even then, he already used his reaction.
And he already used his reaction.
Yep, and now there's a boomerang directly on his feet.
Is that your turn?
Yes, that is all my actions.
Alright, it is now Duzon's turn.
So, is he still in strings?
Oh wait, if it's the start of Duzon's turn, because the boomerang's on his feet, he has to make another reflex save.
Oh, Duzon actually rolled low for the first time this entire session.
Jesus.
That being said, he still gets a 21.
That fails. That fails by 6. So he actually takes full damage from this. $18 slashing from the boomerang on his foot. He's gonna enter the Sokka era of just boomerang.
How much damage? 18?
18 slashing.
Alright. It's now...
About time you rolled low, Jesus.
Yeah, he's been rolling above a 12 this entire time.
Yeah.
Like, this is legit the first time I've rolled below a 10 for Duzon this entire session.
Oh my god.
So is the start of Duzon's turn, so he's going to lose that blinded feat? He's going to lose that blinded?
Yep, and that resolves the boomerang. Then he takes all that damage on his foot.
I believe he also loses enfeebled and clumsy, right, Rory?
Yep.
But he is in difficult terrain from that winter's clutch.
Yes, he is.
Or at least part of him is...
His
Actually,
right...
no, I don't think the winter's...
His right foot is in the winter's clutch.
Yeah, his right foot is in the winner's clutch because it'd be those singular squares that didn't get burned. Otherwise, the rest of that is currently water. Do with that information as you will.
What can Duzon do right now?
What you're sleeping in.
What?
I think one of them opened up a YouTube.
Peter.
Wasn't me.
Robert.
Back to me?
It's definitely not me. I don't have any YouTube open.
Was it me?
And one of y'all.
Huh. It may be from my brother, actually. He runs his phone very loud.
Damn.
So
Do you guys hear
Duzon
that?
does not have a
No.
shield anymore.
Okay, so you must
No, he
have
does
gone
not.
over.
Because the air elemental that is invisible, destroyed it.
Oh, Duzon is a. So Duzon, you do have control of your right arm. Do you want to do anything with your right arm?
Could it reach one of the strings?
You can certainly try.
Well, I mean, he should know exactly where they are because he can feel them.
That's true. You have a much better chance at hitting them than literally anyone else.
Yep, because the rest of us are blind. I'm blind firing, and I am attempting and potentially doing something.
I don't know if he's pulling them off.
Well, here's the thing: if you actually succeed and start pulling at one, even if you just grab it, that means we can learn exactly where it is.
Fair. I'm gonna try and pull for the one on my other arm.
Okay, make because you already know where it is. Make a athletics check.
I love athletics.
And be happy that the penalty just ended.
Yeah. So that is a 32.
You grab the string. Even though it feels as thin as fishing line, it feels strong as like a steel cable. Fortunately for you, you're used to bending steel like it's nothing. So you take the string in your hand, and you pull, and you pull, and you pull again, to the point where you take up 2 actions of your own turn, and then you ping! Duzon.
Yeah.
Because you snapped the string yourself, you're gonna take a little bit of damage.
I'll take it. I'm at. How much health am I at right now?
You're at 60.
60. Okay.
You take 3 points of damage because I rolled minimum.
Okay. So just 3 points. Okay.
You now have both of your arms free and 1 action with something to do. You have 1 action to do something with. Thank you, Brain, for putting it in the right fucking order.
What to do with said action?
Grab another string. You don't need to pull it off. You just need to grab it.
True. Where are the other strings? First off, also, how many other strings are there?
There are 4 other strings, 1 on each of your legs and 2 on your head.
I'm gonna grab the. Could I grab the 2 at the same time, or can I only grab 1?
I'm gonna say you can grab both at the same time,
Yeah,
because they're both in the
my
same
hands
area.
free. I could just, yeah. I'm gonna do that.
Make me
Would I
another
be allowed?
athletics check.
Okay, I was just about to ask if I was allowed to pull, so sure. Alright, athletics time. Lovelies. Oh, okay. This might not be as good. 26.
Nah, you can't break them, but you do got them.
Okay, so I got the ones on my head. So I like you see Duzon silently with his legs moving, but his arms are like kind of like grabbing the string.
The arms are doing something independent from the body.
Yes.
It is now the
And-
wizard's turn. The wizard's going to attempt to kill Duzon.
Oh my god, no.
Where's the wizard?
So you see the wizard actually reveal himself. How?
He has to as part of the hostile.
Yeah.
He's been invisible this whole time.
Yeah, we have not been able to. Wait a minute.
Son of a bee.
Wait a minute. Does that mean he was in line? He was in the detonation and in line with the boomerang that one time?
Possibly.
Why does that matter?
Because he would have had to have also made those basic reflex things and maybe taken damage.
May I
You think
remind
he's
you
gonna actually
his.
listen to that?
May I remind you that his lowest plus to his lowest stat is over 30.
Yeah.
You think he would? You think he would apply to any of that after everything we've suffered?
Look, you can always hope for even a single point of damage.
Rules mean nothing anymore.
I mean, nothing's stopping us from going random bullshit go.
You're right.
Give me
You're right.
one moment. I need to pull up this spell.
Uh-oh.
Watch it just be power word kill.
It's... I don't know, bro. I'm scared.
He's going to cast Beheading Buzzsaw. You compress molten scraps pulled from the plane of metal into a spinning disc of gruesome blades protruding from its edges. It wheels forward, slicing through anything and anyone in its path. Each creature in the area takes 5d10 slashing damage with a persistent 46 bleed damage. Everyone in the area in a 60-foot line needs to make a basic reflex save. So everyone in
You said line. Is it cone? Is it? Oh yeah, line.
this.
The lines.
So Cyrus, Duzon, and Little Flame need to make this reflex save.
Well, you would have to aim really up to hit me.
He is.
Okay.
Okay. D20, please.
Well, because I would say it's a choice between me or Little Flame, given the height differential at the moment on that.
Please. Please.
Maybe.
Unless he's throwing it low to curve it upwards.
3,
But then is that a line?
3, 2, 1.
Technically, the line is only 5
not
feet.
bad.
Takes up a 5-foot diameter. So I'm gonna say he's going for you instead of Little Flame.
That's okay.
Well, yeah, because Little Flame can't bleed.
That's actually not a bad roll. I'm hope please. Okay, so
Okay, what am I making?
You are making a
Reflex.
reflex save.
alright, I got 32.
Duzon, you do also have your reaction.
Okay, what do I have that's a reaction? I gotta look around.
You have Leshy Superstition.
I also have Divine Grace.
That too.
I'm gonna attempt to save. I'm gonna call upon my deity's attempt to call upon my deity's grace.
Great.
To wherever it went. Where'd it go? There it is. Getting a +2 circumstance. That's a 34.
Okay. So, fun fact.
While Duzon's holding the strings, he's in his head. He's just like, Borealis, help me!
What did you get, Cyrus?
That is 35.
Okay. So, unfortunately, you both fail, but you don't crit fail.
Okay. That didn't crit fail, so better than crit fail.
The only thing that happens on a failure is that you take full damage.
Okay.
It would have been way worse on a critical failure, because then you would have been decapitated.
Yeah. That sounds about accurate.
So you take 5d10 slashing damage.
Just flat 5d10.
I am rolling it now. Give me 1 second.
You got it.
3, 4, 5.
I'm scared on behalf of everybody. I'm trying something.
7, 10,
Alright, I hope whatever you have
9, 14.
It's gonna feel a little
Alright.
stupid.
Cyrus, Duzon, you take 24 points of slashing damage, and you take 46 persistent bleed damage on the start of each of your turns.
Oh god. Oh, I am very...
4d6 or 4t6?
4d6.
Okay.
I'm so low. Oh.
Okay. The initial damage was what again?
24 slashing.
Sure. Okay.
And with him failing to kill Duzon, he's gonna be like, "Ugh, damn it all! I don't have time for this!" He's going to rip the strings off of Duzon, each of them dealing 3d6.
Well, that might actually do it.
How many is that?
3d6 times 4, so 12d6.
You better pray to Jesus. We're Borealis.
I'm praying to God.
Bro said I gotta have him on speed dial.
That was a lot of dice.
That is a lot of dice.
Holy shit, that's a lot of low rolls.
That's a good sign.
That means there's hope.
Well, at least the low rolls happen. The low rolls that you're not getting from us are getting their due diligence done. The scales are being balanced somewhere.
9, 13,
Oh.
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23 points of slashing damage as all of the strings are ripped from your flesh at once.
Oh.
For Mark.
Does Zuzan like regain consciousness?
What's that?
Does Zuzan like regain consciousness?
Yes, you are no longer controlled. You've been conscious this whole time, by the way. You weren't unconscious.
You've been a passenger in your body.
I've been released.
Let me just remove that off of your body. That is the wizard's turn, because he used all of his actions to do that.
Do I?
Little Flame is just going to fucking blazing cone this guy.
Good. Little Flame. Mess him up.
Spells Blazing Wave. Flames flow out in a cascade, engulfing everyone in a 30-foot cone. Each creature in the area takes 66 fire damage.
Yes. Also, why is Corn over here not helping us?
He's paralyzed.
They are both Wizard Lady and Giant Dude are both paralyzed. They have been paralyzed this whole time. And they are just standing there T-posing, watching all of this happen in front of them.
Ooh, the wizard nat 1, so he actually is going to take half damage instead of nothing.
These people see and hear everything that's going on. At least see what they can see.
He's gonna take 10 points of fire damage. Rory, it is now your turn.
Okay, so, what are your rules for healing potions again?
I believe it is just an interact action, so just one action to drink the potion and then roll it.
Yeah, I'm thinking the D&D rules again.
I mean, it's a main action in D&D, so it's same principle, really.
Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna consume 2 of those, so using 2 actions. And then I'm gonna try and help, once again, with breaking her free.
Hey, you rolled above a 30.
That's good.
Right. You find out just like, you scream at the top of your lungs, "Wake up!" and smack her across the face.
Oh my god.
And she just like grabs her face, just like, "Ah, you dick! Thank you."
You're welcome.
That is a mixed message and a half.
She's now going to get added to the initiative order. God damn it, she rolled low.
I recover 23 hit points because it's a moderate healing potion. That's 3d8 plus 10.
Damn, how... Oh wait, she actually rolled really well.
She has a plus 20 to her initiative.
Damn. And then again, she is like... Wow, she is really high level.
14 plus 10. And I heal another 24 from the other potion that I consumed. And that's all I have for my actions.
Then, Cyrus, it is your turn.
Okay. Uh-oh. Ooh. Okay. Now... No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not... We're not gonna do that one. It's an idea, and it's a very evil idea. It's an idea nonetheless, and I'm going to put it in the back of my mind where it belongs.
That's real.
So...
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is up to you. We might need some crazy here.
Yeah, but he's not that evil.
Evil?
What are we thinking?
I'll explain later. I'll explain later.
I'm a little concerned.
So, first action, I'm going to Ocean's Balm myself. So, I get 5d8 healing. Ooh, okay. I heal for 28. And I now have resistance 6 to fire. And mine... Let's see. For what? Whoops, that's a cone still. Okay. He's
Rob, why
well
are you
within range.
breathing directly into your mic?
Is it me? Hold up. I'm sorry, I may not be. Like, my headphones are freaking out on the laptop, so I'm using my phone.
Ah, fair enough.
So if that's, I'm gonna try and be mindful of that distance for my mic. But
No,
there's
you're all
very little
good.
I can do.
It's just every so often I would hear your breath come through, and I'm like, are you eating your mic?
No. Even though I know it's a part of a balanced diet, no.
A part of
No,
your
I'm not
well-balanced
eating.
breakfast. Microphone.
Well,
Yep.
While it's not my turn, I'm gonna be right back.
Okay, Pete.
That's real.
So what are you doing,
I-
Cyrus?
After healing, I'm going to... Ooh. I am going to fling another boomerang
At Duzon or the Wizard?
at the... Well, I'm, like, very above Duzon at the wizard.
Okay. I'll go...
I'm above an enlarged Duzon, high enough to boomerang him directly, so...
Well, if you were above Duzon, you would be out of the building. Remember, Duzon's head kind of goes to the
Oh.
ceiling.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually really kind of the equivalent of, like, right here-ish, then.
Okay.
That's realistic.
Reflex save from the Wizard, right?
Yeah.
That is a 50.
I mean, yeah. DC's 27.
Okay, cool. You throw your air boomerang at him and he slaps it away like it's nothing. Pitiful toy.
Correct, it is a toy. It's a boomerang.
Is that all you do?
That is the last...
It's now your Jin's turn.
Yes. My now invisible again, Jin. We are going to have it rush up and make a melee. For what good that will do. We will be annoying. If we can't deal damage to him, we can at least annoy him enough. Some might say that's even worse.
Some.
And he's already very annoyed. So
Right.
I assume everything misses. But all humor.
His
But humor
AC,
me.
his AC is 39.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that's it. I mean, yeah, it misses.
Okay.
Well, wait. Is it invisible? So flat-footed from invisibility.
He has true sight.
Ah. Okay. Well, this isn't actually magic invisibility. This is innate invisibility.
Doesn't matter, he has true sight. True sight sees anything that's invisible, magical, innate, or otherwise.
Okay, is that how that one works in this one?
I'm pretty sure, but let me double check. You see things within 60 feet as they actually are. You counteract any illusion, morph, or polymorph effect in the area, but only for the purpose of determining whether or not you see through it. For instance, against a polymorph spell, you can see the creature's true form, but you don't end the polymorph spell. So yeah, he can see this Jin for its true form,
Which both ways are invisible.
but he can still see it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Well, yeah, it misses anyway.
Okay.
Cannot hit 39, but doesn't critically miss.
It's now the Archmage's turn. You see electricity crackle down her shoulder to her fingertips as she turns to Ezekiel. Traitor! She holds her hand up. She's gonna cast Mega Flare.
Is she Bahamut? Is she Bahamut?
She can be.
Oh, golly.
So Mega Flare is 3, 6, 9, 12. I need a lot more D6 for this. And by a lot more, I mean like 3 more. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. One, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 16, 22, 26, 30, 40, 52 damage. Let's see if he saves against her 30 DC. That's a 3. 3 plus 30 will succeed, but he will take half of, like, 50 damage. So he's still taking quite a bit of damage.
It's a bad time for him to roll low.
Oof, yeah, he is hurting, actually. He takes quite a bit of... He is taking more damage from that than he is expecting to take.
Sounds about right.
50 cut in half is 25. As this Mega Flare hits him, he actually reacts to it, where he's just like, "Ugh, fuck! I knew you'd be an issue for me." That is her turn. Duzon, you're in control of yourself now. Or is he still gone?
I'm back.
Oh, there you are.
Oh. Boys. I have a very, very important question.
Fire away.
Do I use it?
Oh, that's a great question.
Do I use it?
That is actually a very excellent question.
This is a very dire situation. And for all, we are all very sure this is the guy.
Yep. And we only get
We're
one.
very, very aware this is the guy. He has made it very clear he is the guy.
So Donnie, what is your input? Do I use it?
I don't remember what it is.
The
So,
wand,
defer
the
to
wooden,
Robert.
the wooden wand that is very much the. It was given to me by Borealis.
The
I
kiss
don't
of
know
the
what it
seasons.
does.
Yes, you use that. Yes, you use that one. That of yes, that of all the things to say to yes, you use that one.
You know what? I'm going to move.
I actually know what that is.
I'm going to move over. I'm still enlarging.
Yeah, you're still
Yes,
enlarged.
which also means everything you are holding is also enlarged. Keep that in mind.
Is that
Oh,
true?
wait a minute.
Is that true?
Everything that you were wearing and carrying increased with you.
Donovan, I need Donovan to confirm this. Is that true?
Yeah, the enlarge spell grows everything that you are holding on your person with you as you grow.
Okay. Alright,
So
here's what I'll do.
imagine this, Peter. What used to be the the small branch of it, like the small stick of a tree, is now
It's
a
now a tree
medium-sized branch.
What was a stick is now a whole branch.
Yeah.
Okay. Donnie, will this kill your is your wisp at
No.
risk of dying?
Technically, no.
Okay.
Technically, because this is technically a summon.
Okay, that's fine.
Technically a summon, but not exactly, because it's a very friendly summon.
I don't have to worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to. Should I
Bear in mind
move?
that this is a genie, so it may remember this.
I will make sure it knows that I am sorry.
I am sorry.
I needed
That
to
was
do it.
bad.
I needed to do it. I gotta do it. So should I move to get into a better range, like to the left of me, or?
Well, just step over Little Flame, like, excuse me, buddy.
Well, I want to have a range. So I don't want it to be melee.
Yeah, but Little Flame's directly in your way.
Yeah, I was thinking I'd move like here. Like, would that work?
If you need to be in melee, you need to get closer.
Do I need to be in melee?
I don't know,
what it
do
does.
The problem is that Peter doesn't know what this is.
I don't know. I don't know what this thing does.
Do you want to be safe and go into melee anyway, or do you want to try and risk
know
a
what?
ranged
Yeah,
attack?
Yes, I will. I'm gonna hop over Little Flame, and go like here. Could I do that?
Yep.
And I'm going to pull it out, point, and activate it.
What's the activation phrase?
What is the activation phrase? Yeah, I wrote it down somewhere. I know I wrote this down. Hold on. I believe I say it in. I believe I say it in like either Primordial or Sylvan.
You say it in whatever language you want.
I say it.
Oh, God.
You can use an action. Actually, let me double check. I'm pretty sure recall knowledge is 2 actions.
Is it?
Recall
One
knowledge is
action
only
to
one
attack or
action.
activate an
It's
item.
only one action, so you can use one action to.
I used one action to move.
Yep.
Fine. I'll use. Or I don't. It's fine. I'll use an action to recall knowledge.
Make your nature check.
That is perfect. All right, dice. This is it, buddy. This is it. Mwah. Okay, that looks
All right, little
not.
buddy.
That doesn't look bad. That's a 30. That's a 30.
You recall that the druid who gave you this told you the secret phrase in Sylvan.
Okay. So in Sylvan, for my final action of my turn, I point this at Ezekiel Fireshin. And I look at him. Is he looking at me or is he focused on the wisp?
He is looking at you. He sees what you have in your hand, and he has fear in his eyes.
Yeah,
And I-
first he's looking at the thing, then it's Boomerang, then it's Mega Flare from the side.
I look him in the eye, and in Sylvan, I mutter, "Nonetheless, the seasons will go on."
As you do,
Oh, it's happening.
Did we do it?
as you do,
Quiet.
a stillness comes around. A hush. As the eyes of the snake on the stick light up in a bright what fucking season is it? It's basically going into winter. So it's a bright, like, autumnal orange that's, like, slowly shifting into a mild winter green blue. And the snake coils up at the end of the stick and lunges at Ezekiel.
Do it.
And it's
It
big,
bites
too.
him.
It's much bigger than it was originally.
It's a branch now.
It bites him around the torso. And you see him.
It was originally going to be the neck.
And you see from the bite mark, wood slowly creeps across his skin as he begins to petrify.
Yes.
He needs to make a saving throw against this with a -20.
Oh my gosh.
Big minus.
So he rolled a 2.
He really has the best times for him to roll horribly, huh?
So as he starts to petrify into wood, you see him try to actively fight it, and then almost in an instant, you see just he goes to reach for something in his like face, and then instant frozen in wood. He falls.
Something gravity falls.
He falls to the ground, nothing but a wooden statue.
Is it
That
over?
also hopefully means whatever he was concentrating or actively holding on the other guy lifts.
Yeah,
I'm
any
lay on
magic
handsing
that he
myself.
was doing is gone.
I'm lay on handsing myself.
You are out of focus points.
I am?
Yes.
Yeah, because he made you use other focus points.
Right. Never mind. Dude's
Don't
on.
worry. This is
Dude's
when I
on.
start
Wait,
spamming
before you
shit.
guys start celebrating, let me do one thing real quick.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'll be back, heroes. And then gone.
Duzon falls to his knees. As I'm assuming this thing, what's left of the branch in my hand?
Nothing. It's gone.
As the branch like disintegrates, as like it disappears from my hand, he like falls to his knees and just gazes at the statue. Is my purpose not complete? Is it done?
Duzon. You look down at yourself. You look at your hands. You look at your tree-like body. As you start to... As your essence leaves the tree that you're inhabiting.
Oh my god.
Am I going dormant?
The tree that you are inhabiting returns to a normal pine tree. As your essence ascends to be one with Borealis again.
Am I able to speak with the party members while this is happening?
While you actively ascend.
I'm gonna go with sure.
Before my body leaves, before I leave my body.
Yeah,
Starts
go
SpongeBob
ahead.
Ascending. SpongeBob through a metal door starts SpongeBob ascending.
I turn to Rari, and I
Who's
go,
on?
"It is done. We did it."
That we did. What does that mean now?
I'm off to join her once more. Borealis calls to me. I may finally rest to be called again if I am needed. If I am to see you again, I wish for you to take care of yourself, boy.
I will.
You remind me of the boy I lost in Yuko. You get to live. You get to be better. All of you get to be better. And all of you have done a very noble thing. And I couldn't have done it without any of you. Be well, my friends. Should I return in time, I hope to see you all again. Farewell.
As the tree hardens,
as the tree hardens, you see Little Flame walk over to the petrified statue that is Ezekiel Fireshin, and he looks like he's about to fucking incinerate this thing.
Do it.
I'm actually not sure what that'll do. They'll release it, but this is more of a question for divine beings than anything.
Gouts of flame cover the wooden statue. The wooden statue is completely unaffected. Little Flame then resides that he's not able to destroy this thing in a moment and literally says, I claim this, therefore when I get strong enough, I will destroy him.
Well,
You might want to petition some nature gods for that.
No.
Specifically Borealis. It's her magic.
When I am able to, I will destroy it.
that's a hefty promise. But I'm sure you'll get there, Little Flame.
Little Flame just looks a little confused at how you can all of a sudden understand Pyric, but then just shrugs. Little Flame's going to start walking away with the petrified remains of Ezekiel Fireshin in tow.
Well, Cyrus, I think it's finally over.
I feel like heroes was a strong word.
What do you mean?
I was forced into this situation, if you've forgotten.
I suppose. But we did it nonetheless. I mean, my life prospects wasn't gonna be much better had this kind of not happened. But in a weird, really weird way, it worked.
Rari,
Mm-hmm.
you see as the Archmage walks up to you. We need a long and lengthy discussion about what just happened.
That is
Correct.
true.
And the general is just like, I'm going to get drunk.
Yeah.
When we start going over the summary, make sure you're sober.
He's already left by the time you say that.
I said it as he was leaving. If he listens, that's up to him.
He's probably
definitely
not
doesn't.
going to. You're a civilian.
Well,
Yep.
As
definitely much more powerful than an average civilian.
still a civilian.
So anyway, as you were saying,
As you, Rari, essentially discuss with the Archmage what happened and all the little intricate details of how it happened and what's going on and the existence of what's beyond. How would you like your story to end, Rari?
Rory as a sort of Rory basically chats it up with the officials, and as he divulges everything, he has some unfinished business to do, as Duzon's words really resonate with him about that one boy. That boy that was gone. Rory kind of takes it upon himself to really connect and like help oh, what are they called? My brain is blanking on the specific title they have. Regents? Is that how you say it?
The Grand Regent Council?
The Grand Regent Council. Basically, with whatever they need out of him for that information, but also to wrap up business as a grave robber. He's gonna go legit. He's gonna basically use the last. He's not gonna snitch on the underworld, but he's gonna.
But you're basically going to fold up your cloak, hand in your resignation fee, and officially retire from the Thieves Guild.
Right, like I'll coin in any last favors. I still have a favor coin, and basically make a seamless transition into, maybe getting a job with the Grand Regent Council to help with this fourth wall crazy story, and whatever job they may get me in as I go legit.
All right. If you don't mind, I can narrate for you.
For sure.
As you tie up any loose ends, you go to your home. You go to the Undercity of Durinsk. And you go to the people that essentially raised you. The clan master of the Thieves Guild. Sorry, not clan master, guild master. You turn in your 1,000 gold retirement fee, your cloak, and your initiate's dagger, and you essentially bow before them, saying that essentially thank you for giving me the start I needed to move on from being a thief. I'll always have this in my past, but it's time for me to be something bigger. And he kind of just nods in acknowledgement, takes your stuff, and he kind of just like, we'll make sure that your record's clean. As one last favor.
Thank you.
And he kind of just nods and walks away. As you are leaving the Undercity, you meet back up with the Archmage and just be like, it's done. I left the Undercity. And she kind of just nods and she's like, well, now we can get you an official position as our head researcher into what's beyond. How does that sound to you, Rari?
That'd be lovely.
Well, I'm sure it's a good place to start. And she kind of just reaches down to take you by the shoulder and teleports away with you. Cyrus, how would you like your story to end?
I guess after he gives his, summation during the talks of, what happened from the, incident of teleporting to the whole intrigue with Ezekiel, he'll probably simply return home to, make up for the lost time of his family before going off with his sister
Okay.
and adventuring around with her. And he'll invite Little Flame along if Little Flame wants to.
Make a diplomacy check.
I mean, I said if he wants to. I'm not gonna force the issue.
I'm not
'Cause I
saying
actually
you're gonna
managed to teach
force
him
it. I'm just gonna.
common.
I was just trying to see if like how convincing you were.
And not that convincing. 13.
Little Flame is ultimately going to say yes because ultimately you're the only person that really understands what the fuck he's saying, but on one condition. He gets
We
to
get
keep
to burn
the
the
statue.
statue at some point.
Yeah, he gets to keep the statue and do as he pleases with it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna exactly object to that.
Alright, then he's probably going to tag along with you because he likes being understood.
Yeah, because Cyrus's sister will likely be able to understand him.
That's true, but Little Flame doesn't know that.
Yeah. Go through introductions with that when that happens.
So, Cyrus, you end up striking this deal with Little Flame and taking him back to your home and introducing him to your family. Introducing him to your sister.
Whenever she returned from her adventures.
Eventually when she returns from her adventures. And then you stay with your family for a good, I'm gonna say 5 months. Until your sister gets her next contract, and then she looks to you and she's like, you want to tag along with this?
No, it'll be nice to know where I'm actually going this time.
I'm sure it is. And then you, your sister, and Little Flame head off on the next grand adventure. And that's how this campaign will come to a close. I hope you guys have enjoyed Beyond the Fourth Wall.
God. I think I'm still flabbergasted.
Bravo.
This
oh my goodness.
was amazing.
Oh my
Pathfinder people.
goodness.
This is something you can do with Pathfinder.
Yep.
That was
Yeah,
insane.
Peter, you were holding the kiss of life.
Yeah.
No, if you remember from Adventure Time, what was it, Distant Land or Obsidian? During the whole
Distant
Dead
Land.
Worlds thing. Yeah, during the whole Dead Worlds thing, Finn and Jake got that exact item to kill New Death.
I'm looking this up.
But yeah, I hope you guys
they
have
also did not
enjoyed.
know how to use it until it used itself.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed Beyond the Fourth Wall. And I will see you in the next adventure.
Thank you all. If anyone's
Thank
watching
you.
or anyone that has watched, if watching the VODs, whatever, thank you all so much. This has been amazing.
Yes, thank you all.
Farewell.
Au revoir.
Long.
Goodbye. Sayonara. So long.
Well,
So long. Farewell. Alvida saying goodbye.
Oh my gosh. Prince is gonna flip out when he sees this.
Oh my god.
That's if he isn't watching right now. We have a viewer.
That's... Ooh, we do?
If it's not a bot.
Oh, that's
Oh
true.
god, please no. That would break my heart if it was a bot.
But yeah, this campaign was fun as fuck to write and run for you guys.
Oh
That
my
was
gosh, yeah.
insane.
Watching Rory go through the insanity era.
I can't wait to rerun the Peril of the Puppet Master and Pathfinder.
I already
I'm
have the
terrified,
character that I'm
man.
going to be using for it.
I'm so terrified, granted, with that.
I'm going to be playing as a Minotaur monk,
Oh my
Garathul
God.
Thraka.
In what?
By the way, you know that evil idea I had?
What?
What was the idea?
So, you know how humans are made of 99% water, right?
Oh my god.
Of course.
Extract elements with water, because I actually can do that.
You were gonna
That
extract-
only
you were gonna
applies to
wipe
beings
him?
that have the water trait, which he did not.
I'm just saying, 99% water.
Well, humans are 70% water by volume.
By definition, extract element only works on a being that actually has that elemental trait,
So
unfortunately.
like Genasi's.
Well, yeah.
Genasi's,
Elementals.
elementals, stuff like
Well, yeah,
that.
by definition.
Right. But for theater and flavor. Oh my gosh.
But
That-
the rule of cool can overrule a lot.
That's true.
And bloodbending is certainly kind of something that's like, oh shit.
Right.
Makes the brain think.
Just like how, theoretically, Little Flame can use extract element to take the heat away from somebody
Yes. Yes.
and
Decreasing
just
body heat,
freeze
just
them.
Instant hypothermia.
Instant hypothermia.
I mean, to be fair, the variant element blast for fire is cold.
Alright, so that was epic. The fight definitely had me on edge. I had 18 hit points left before I used my 2 potions.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I was not expecting him to roll so low on the petrification.
I wasn't expecting that
I wasn't
either.
expecting it either.
The times that he needed to roll high are the times he rolled low.
I know.
Oh, God.
He
That's
spent all of the
insane.
good rolls on Duzon.
He
Yeah.
really did.
And I kept making Duzon roll shit too.
Oh my
Thank
god.
you for luck fatigue, sir.
But yeah, congratulations. Your final boss was your own party member for like 90% of the fight.
It really was.
And the crazy part is we were actually getting close to winning that.
You were.
Ooh.
Duzon was at like 60 health when he broke free.
Yeah.
Yeah. A few hits with Divine Retribution, not only my sneak attack, but everything else. With
Never
Sky's
mind the
Kingdom.
fact that I could also just ring on his feet, so he literally is kind of stuck in a cluster between all 4 of us.
Yeah, so, I mean, holy moly.
But yeah, that's kind of something I figured out in the middle of the campaign is that Pathfinder really does work best with one big enemy instead of a swarm of enemies.
Right.
Yeah. Well, because the one big enemy can end up doing so much.
That's true.
Right.
It's Pathfinder emphasizes quality of enemy over quantity, whereas D&D kind of emphasizes quantity.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well,
Because, like, action economy is much more
Yeah.
valuable in Pathfinder.
Well, I would say it's more flexible.
Inflexible.
Reactions to do things, whereas in D&D the action economy is so rigid that pretty much anything that can break that economy is automatically beyond powerful.
like
So
sorcerers.
things like counterspell,
Or
and
quicken
sorcerer.
spell.
yeah,
Or action surge.
Right.
yeah.
But yeah. Anyway, for those of you watching on the VOD or watching on the stream, please join us for the next adventure, and I hope to see you there.